Bear with me. It's 100 degrees almost, and all I have is a fan here. But don't worry, the dogs have an air-conditioned room. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. I want to talk about something on fountains because I've been getting this question over and over, and I think this is really important to talk about since a lot of you are still putting together fountains. Now, I'm planning on doing another video. I was going to do it this week, but we're over 100 degrees all week, on these drinking fountains that you can get. So look for that, though I've done a lot of other videos on it. Now with those fountains, here's one. This is a simple one. I love this. The birds absolutely adore it. Let me show you something that is important. These pet fountains that you can get, and you can buy just the replacement pumps. This is one. Must have, in order to use it outside without electricity, a USB plug. That's what the plug looks like. Very simple, like your computers, your tablets, a lot of them, especially your computers, have these USB plugs. Now this will work multiple ways when you've got a USB plug, and that's what I want to talk about today. Now let's talk about the power banks. If you don't have an outlet outside and you want to run a fountain like you've seen me do all over here, you can use power banks with it. Here are 3 power banks. Now, what type? I'm going to tell you type doesn't matter. I've got all different types. When I see them on sale, I buy them. But there are different grades. Now, this one is, they call it a 10,000 unit. So this one will run for about 1.5 to 2 days. Depends on your pump. Some of them have lights. If they've got lights, it might draw a little more electricity. What I would do on any of these is buy 2. So you have it charged up. It charges up in a matter of hours. Then you have the pump sitting somewhere. And then you have your extra unit, your power bank, charged up, ready to go. So when your pump is working and it goes off, you just swap it out. Now this is a 20,000 and it's thicker. You can see the difference. And this one, I think they call the 20,000, but these are debatable. Now these are solar power banks. Now let me explain this. So either one of these will work. The type doesn't matter. But I will say that if you're going to use a bigger one, sometimes the bigger one will run 2 fountains if you want to run them side by side, and then just swap it out when it goes out. Now this one, the solar one, it doesn't do what you think. You can't put it out in the sun, plug it in and use it. Because from what I understand, and I could be wrong, but I've done a lot of research, it will not charge at the same time it's working. So if you put this one outside, it will run out. It's not just going to keep charging by the sun. This is designed if you go camping and you want to use it at night with your phone or your tablet. You put this out in the sun, or you wear it on your backpack, and it faces the sun and it charges. So it's not going to sit out there and charge while you've got something plugged into it, which I guess is, I don't even know where the plugs are on this. I think it's under here. Yep, there it is. That's where you're going to plug this one in, and you can see how it goes in. It's running because I've charged it. I physically plugged this into the wall. All of them come with a plug that you charge it up in, in the wall through your electricity, your outlet, and then once it's charged, sit it aside. I've had these things sit for months. And that's what's so fantastic about it, is you could go back and it can be stacked somewhere and you grab it and it still has power to it. So that's why I love these. I have a lot of them. I have more than 2. I probably have about 15, 20 of them. But this will not charge while it's plugged into something, unless you get a different type that I have heard about. This can charge outside, so you can leave it, but you know what? I've heard that they have to sit outside all day and it still doesn't get to a full charge. So that's what I wanted to talk about that. Now, the other thing about these USB pumps is you can go buy, and I think this is a 5 watt. I'll double check the size. You can buy solar panels. I get them on eBay. I find eBay really reliable. And then you could take these, so you could swap it out. If you're doing it during the day, then you're going to plug it in. I got to make sure I get it right. Now you put this out in the sun, and as long as we have sun, it will run all day. And now you could do it double duty. So if you want to use this with the USB, you can change out at any time. And if it's cloudy and your birds are looking in the window, where's the fountain? Why isn't it running? Then you can switch over and put a power bank on it. So I wanted to explain that. As far as the type of fountain, it doesn't matter. Again, I've gotten so many and I've been happy with all the styles, all the makes, all the models. But the main thing is, when you're buying it, and I list a whole bunch, I tag them through different places, Walmart, Target, whatever, underneath my videos. The big thing is, look at the picture. And I'm going to ask you this. When you go to buy a pet fountain, what I want you to do is make sure it's returnable. And make sure it's easy returnable. Not something you got to ship back. Try to buy it through Walmart or Target or whatever. Someplace you could just go and drop it off and return it. Some of you love Amazon. If you find that easy return, that's up to you too. I get most of my stuff at Walmart, got some stuff at Target. You want to be able to go to the store, drop it off. Nope, not the right thing. I had one fountain I bought once, and it had a regular plug. It'll work in my big unit I've got, the 200 unit you see me use all the time, but I don't want to put that outside just to run one of these fountains. I want to use something simple like a power bank, where I could just simply sit this in the shade somewhere, and if it's raining around your area, put it in a plastic bag. I get these pencil boxes. They're not pencil boxes, they're pencil pouches, and they zip shut, and I can hang the pouch and drop this in. I just get it out of the water. I haven't had any of these go bad, and I've been using them for over a year. They're all still running, they all charge good, and I use them outside, but I do try, and there's times I forget and it's out in the sun, to keep it tucked away somewhere. They've got long cords, your pumps, so just tuck it somewhere. Even if you're going to put something on top of it to shade it. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Make sure when you're buying any pet fountain or replacement pump, and I tag those because a lot of times you don't want this style. Let's say you don't, wait, hold on. You don't like this style, but you want your own, use your own bowl or whatever. Then at that point, you could just buy a replacement pump, and they run for what, about 10 bucks. And then you've got this pump. You can use either one, a power bank, or you could buy yourself a good, nice little solar panel. Again, they're like about 10 bucks. I get the bigger one that they have, and I think this might be the bigger one. I'll have to look at it, see which one this one is. And this will run 2 of these pumps. So you can get a splitter, which I bought. You plug this in, there's a splitter for 2, and you can run 2 pumps at the same time, which works out fantastic as long as you've got the sun. No sun, swap it out and put a power bank on. Why? It keeps your birds happy. Do not think in the morning when the sun hasn't come up yet to hit one of these that they are waiting for the sun to come up to take a bath. Oh no. 6 o'clock in the morning, just as the sun is just peeking through, they are outside bathing almost in the dark because they want to get up, take a shower, and then take off to start looking for flowers. And it's not just hummingbirds. Everybody comes in to these pet fountains. And it's just such a joy to have around here. So I hope I've answered your question on that. The make and the model is not important. The style, if you're going to use the whole unit, is important, or what you're going to do with it. You want to put it somewhere because you don't have an outlet, then you want something that can run on a power bank, and the only way is with a USB plug. And the bonus is you can buy one of these, and then you can run it on solar at the same time. You think your battery's low, your power bank, you can charge it up, stick this on during the day, charge it up, and you have this running by the sun. No power at all, just the sun. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. And give those birds in your area a bird bath because they really will appreciate it. I know they do here. Bye-bye.